Hello, and welcome back to the Thrifty Theory, where we talk about all things sustainable fashion. Today, I have Estefania Sanchez with me, who we spoke previously about switching from fast fashion to sustainable fashion. So thank you for being with me here today, Estefania.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So what do you think? So you made the switch during your college years from fast fashion to sustainable fashion. So now that you've been shopping secondhand for a while, what would you say is the most challenging part of it?
Definitely the most challenging part about it is finding locations where things are affordable and in the price range, because not all secondhand locations are affordable. As a recent grad, the budget is kind of tight right now. So looking for things that are in my price range and still what I would like to shop for is a little bit difficult, especially because I live in California. So everything is way more expensive here.
Right. So you've had to face the issue of some secondhand stores raising their prices recently.
Yes, I have.
My goodness. So, with that being said, what has COVID impacted your shopping in any way?
Oh, definitely. Because of COVID, it's a little bit riskier to go out and shop. I feel like having safety implemented into your shopping is a very important thing. Before, of course, you would wash the clothes that you would pick up from the store, but now it's even a higher risk because you don't know where the clothes came from. You don't know who they came from. So it's very important to properly sanitize and wash everything because you don't know where it's coming from. And right now we're in a pandemic. So you got to be extra careful.
You
I think as time goes on, sustainable fashion becomes more popular. And so as it becomes more popular, more people want to secondhand shop. And so it becomes difficult for people who actually are on a budget to find things that they need because it's become like a trendy thing now. And while there's nothing wrong with that, a lot of times people will leave other people without things that they need because it's so much more affordable and cheaper. And I think that's a big problem.
So now not only are you dealing with like not having enough money to purchase clothing, but now you have to like fight other people for the items. So you
Right.
probably
It almost feels like a competition, like first come, first serve, you know? And it's very difficult, especially like I mentioned before, being on a budget is difficult as it is. And so when you're limited to certain shopping places and then you can't find what you need at those shopping places, it becomes very frustrating and overwhelming.
so then how I'm curious to know, how do you feel about resellers, the ones that purchase items and then they sell it online?
Well, I have I have always thought that one man's trash is another man's treasure. So when you go to these places and you find something that you know may be worth more and these places are selling it for less, I think it's great if you want to put up a small business. However, in putting up that small business and you are claiming that you are a secondhand small business, I think you should still have affordable prices. Even if you up the price, have it affordable so that people are able to purchase your things, because if your concept is a secondhand store, but you're selling things for $100, that doesn't make sense. So keeping it affordable, making sure that you reach more people in your audience and in your community is definitely very important.
Wow.
Oh, definitely. Definitely, social media has a huge impact on secondhand shopping. I feel that because there has been more exposure on social media and on the internet, everyone's talking about it. There is a bigger community that's being reached. And now, because so many people know about it, it's seen as something trendy and cool. And so a lot more people are into it. And a lot of people claim that that's the only way they shop. And, you know, they make new outfits out of clothes that they buy and they repurpose things. And I think it's great, but it's also really important to remember that those stores are primarily for people that are low on budget. And so I think we have to be shopping conscious when we go into those stores and not take things just because we want to take them, but be considerate of others as well.
Wow. That's awesome that you go into the store thinking of others while also being sustainable, because I feel like that's the whole message of sustainability. You're thinking about the environment, you're thinking about the wages of those that the textile industry impacts, workers, and landfills and all that. So that's awesome that you're being really intentional about that. So even though you've faced all these challenges and things that you're like, oh, I wish people wouldn't do that, do you still plan on shopping sustainably, or do you still, is that like your number one go-to when you're shopping for clothes?
It's definitely still one of my primary sources towards shopping for clothing. I definitely would encourage people to check it out if they are low on budget. However, just be conscious of that. You know, you don't know what everyone is going through. And if you don't immediately need something that you see in the store, then leave it there. You know, be considerate that somebody else may really, really need it. And if you do find great things, that's awesome. And even better, if you can take things out from your own closet and donate them so that you can recycle your own things and it's not just taking.
Wow. Thank you so much for sitting with me today and talking to me about the things that you see in sustainable fashion that might need some updating or some change in, and for still shopping sustainably, even though you faced these things. So thank you so much, Estefania.
My
Um,
pleasure.
I hope to have you back again for a third time.
Anytime, ask me.
Have a great rest of your day.
You too.